Unless my game crashes again.
Finally.
Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath.
I love it. I love everything about it. Jovine, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please.
Sure, I don't care.
You're too nice to me. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right?
Yuri holds my poem to her chest.
I'm gonna take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that makes you feel good when you think about me having it. Take good care of it. I'll even touch myself reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts to your skin oils and into my bloodstream. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you've read it, I know you're really gonna want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it.
Ah, yep. Yep, that's a lot of blood. This is literally unreadable. Ah, there's the eyes.
Do you like it? I wrote it for you. As you can tell, poems about... More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm gonna vomit.
What just happened? Monika. Ah, yes or no? A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized he was in love with her. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Monika, that's not a joke. You're literally just writing what happened. This is literally what you just did. Come on, Monika. You know better.
Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we all just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make the cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you do as long as you take it up. Monika, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do. What about Jovine? Jovine's gonna help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monika. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about is dragging Jovine around with your stupid books. And you, Monika. I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Jovine help decide instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monika. Just let Jovine make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. I know how fed you are up with these two right now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your mouth and let him decide for himself. Man, this is getting aggressive really quick. You shut your mouth! For God's sake. This is never gonna end. Just make the choice, okay? Oh, so that's how they changed this, huh? No matter what I do. Look at this! So in the original version, your mouse moves to it. So like you can't pick the wrong one. But instead, now it's this. Yay, you picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Wow, that's creative. I love it. The best part is they kept the same thing, which was you could technically move your mouse enough to still click. But instead, it's you just have to move and immediately press A. So like, it's really cool. I actually like this design. I like this design better, hilariously. I think it's way clearer what's going on to everybody. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It's fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Jovine for yourself. What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable. Monika, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Jovine away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Had you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. All I wanted was to spend some time with him. Is that so much to ask?
Yuri follows Natsuki and Monika outside the door.
Hey, Jovine. Yuri's really something, isn't she?
Monika giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Uh-oh. Finally.
This is all I really wanted. There's no need to spend the weekend with Monika. Just don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead the whole day, just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, that's something really wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt so good in my entire life. Just being with you is far greater pleasure than anything else I can imagine. I'm addicted to you. It's like I'm gonna die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. So it feels nice to have someone care about you so much. Someone you want to revolve the world around you. It feels so good. Why does it make me feel more and more like something horrible is gonna happen? Maybe that's why I stopped hitting myself at first. But the feeling's too strong now. I don't care anymore. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of my blood is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monika's listening. Please know how much I love you. I love you so much that I can touch yourself with the pen I stole from you. Just to pull your skin open and crawl inside you. I want you all to myself. I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession?
If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Friendship lasts forever. Friendship never ends. Wait. Nothing lasts forever. Friendship never ends. Something like that. I don't know the words. Bonk to horny jail with you, Yuri. Is there any reason for me to care? I don't think it matters, right? I guess I have to play through this a million times anyways. Stabby, stab, 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 stab. Wait, and now it's button mashing time. So we're gonna be here for a while because I actually legitimately have to press A on every single, what is it, 1300? So, hopefully nobody minds staring at Yuri's lifeless corpse. 1,200? Oh, that's not way too bad. How do you know when you're done? It's done. No. So there is a 1,200 coded into the game. Genuinely, there's 1,200 ones. It'll show you it's done. But it does change the time of day. That's also true. Oh god, what a nightmare. Also, you'll slowly see your blood. Like, the same thing that happens when you skip is gonna still happen. You're still gonna see the blood start to turn, like, black. Everything that's... Tell us a nice holiday story, Jovine. Yeah, while we're just skipping through Yuri text. Just tell you a nice holiday story. Well, you see, once upon a time, there was a heckin' cute doggo who was taking a nap, and people kept throwing a ball at him, and it would bounce off him, but he didn't care because he just loved being included. But then somebody else got mad and wouldn't ever let the doggo be around, so now that doggo isn't hanging around with us anymore, and now we got a different napping doggo that just kind of chills. How was your Thanksgiving? My Thanksgiving, wow, that changed very drastically. My Thanksgiving was fine. There's way too many people for me. So for the most part, I like went upstairs, said hi, went back downstairs, and just like didn't. This is just not my thing. Very much not my thing. So, hey, we've got tomorrow. Oh, do you know? Are you raiding tomorrow, Ataraxia? Yes, I am. Okay. I'm probably still gonna go over the humble games, mostly because I don't know what they're gonna be. I can stop by during break or after. You do you. Don't worry about it. I'm probably still gonna go over the humble games at the start, just to like at least see what they are, because I genuinely don't know anything about them. But I always look forward to hearing from you, seeing at your opposite viewpoints. So if you're ever there during a break, I'd love to talk about it. Let me know. Dude, I'm so worried about setting the controller down because they put the stupid skip button on trigger, which is great, except for setting down a controller. You might accidentally hit it. You know, I'm not surprised they made this a prize, though. I was genuinely thinking that this is going to be something I had to do. I wasn't hoping it was going to be, but hello? I wasn't hoping it was going to be, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do this. Man, I really wish 2 buttons did the text so I could just like double the buttons. Or just like alternate between the 2. Also, I love that this is literally just the normal music slowed down like 1,000%. Mostly because I like the original music, but also it's always interesting hearing things slow down 1,000% because it just changes. It feels like the song kind of gives it a new life of its own. There's actually somebody who made albums and didn't tell people that's what he did. And then people discovered that he was doing that, and he got in some real trouble because he was literally just taking big songs and just slowing it down like, I think 1,000 or 10,000% and marketing it as music he wrote himself. I'm realizing because the text lines, you have to hit it once to finish the text line and then once to skip forward. I'm actually pressing A 2,400 times right now. This can't be good for my button. There's no way 2,400 times is not like bad for your button's health. Like, am I crazy? Oh, okay, yes, but for that specific thing, there's no way. That can't be good for it. All right, let's see. Maybe I can find something on YouTube. Let's see what we got. How do I would defeat the immortal snail? 20 OBS tricks. Minecraft skyblock. 1 block, but it's hardcore. Works VR speedrun. Another new SM64 16-star world record because apparently we can't stop having those. What are we on now? Let's go to speedrun.com. Side note, the amount of views that Glass Masquerade has is actually astounding me. People keep looking at Glass Masquerade, and I don't know why. Wait. Who the hell got Glass Masquerade 2 added as a game? Hold up. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into this. Moltrace plays. This isn't you. Again, I know this isn't you. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was checking my HIO analytics the other day. There's HIO analytics? That's crazy. Wow, everything is very, very dark. I'd have to double check this. I have a very, very strong opinion that this person is cheating runs again. Why is Glass Masquerade filled with drama? Apparently one of my games shows up when you search Resident Evil. That's amazing. Hey, Cyclone. Is there anything I can do to report a mod of a game for cheating? If they're stealing somebody else's runs and calling it their own? Oh, wait, they actually may have... Okay, they changed everything. Never mind. I might be wrong here. They unlisted all of their stuff, and that's why it looks really sketchy. Go look up Glass Masquerade 2. It's... Right now, it's fine. I'm just wrong. But I had, in my opinion, very justifiable reasons to be very worried. But I'm actually just wrong. It's all legit. I do find it questionable the way they decided to do it, and they didn't add it as a part of a series. But it is what it is. I don't know. It's Glass Masquerade drama all over again. TLDR. It's going to be interesting. Oh my god, why is there so much text? I can't believe I'm having to do this. No! 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 My heart is broken. Not like this is the definition of what just happened. I am so sad. Oh my god. If you want to AFK that unlock, you can turn it on auto and wait 90 minutes. No, I will earn this unlock. I'll do it. I'll make it. Wait, why did I get mail? I've Laster. 2 untitled mail group do not use. Dang it. Leave the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need a schedule. I expect my jobs to run a few days since we've collected so much data this week. How about we arrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return? But also, it's interesting seeing that. What pictures did we unlock? So we got this poem. Poem from Yuri distributed at special events. Acquire Yuri's other poems. My conductor motions for one crescendo after the next, each time falling short of climax. The lump in my throat is carried by Sisyphus. How many words must I choose to not say before they finally break loose, odiously piling out of my mouth like a flock of schoolchildren that start recess? Pen cannot be erased, but even that metaphor fails to comically as my floor is littered, blanketed with wasted paper. Canvas of my mind, full of disjointed thoughts and unfinished sentences. Perhaps all along, it was wrong for me to forcing them out of my room. I should instead invite you in. If not, we go again? No, we're going to go again. There's all the other Sayori ones. Continuation, okay. Holding Act 2. So I was right. That was a continuation one. One of the 11 special poems. DDLC selects 3 random special poems to appear when it started for the first time. Wait. So that other one that was the stupid picture, I don't even get to count? Oh! Look at the cute little OG design. Oh my gosh. That is like... that's adorable. So wait, hold up. I got a secret poem, but it didn't count because it was a glitched picture of Natsuki. Or a glitched picture. Instead of a secret poem, I guess. Bummer. Her final look is better? No, her final look is way better, but I just love the fact that we got to see that. Okay, where does this start me? I don't know where I am. I was not expecting it to start here, if I'm being honest. So the good news is I don't have to go through all of that starting stuff, I guess. But I guess it's mostly because they don't want me to be able to do anything. Like, I can't load right now, can I? I'm not going to try any of that because I don't want to reset this again. That's the first day? No, I got 2 different pictures. I got the glitched picture that was Sayori's face, and then I also got a glitch picture that was like Monika, but like pixelated in a bunch of different, like every other pixel was something else, or was like out of place or something like that. Next. Spam. Lock, close. Easy done. Alright, time to spam. Button mash. Man, if only this worked as easily as it does for as easily as it looks like it does for Tetris players. I don't know if you've seen that. Have you seen the new thing that's in Tetris where players play with their one hand in a glove and they actually flip the controller like backwards? It's kind of crazy. I forget what it's called. Playing style. Because essentially, it's to make it so it's easier to mash a button, right? Rolling. It's called rolling. You literally do this on the back of the controller. Well, it's great because it's actually better for people's health. Like, by a lot. Also, you may want to save. I don't think it matters. I don't want to buy followers.
For nearly all its history, competitive NES Tetris has been broadly split among two playstyles, DAS and hypertapping.
If it crashes again, it goes back to the start. You can't load during this.
Holding down the D-pad to move the pieces to the side with the game's built-in side-to-side motion. And while this was limiting on higher level speeds, the only alternative that could gain a real advantage was hypertapping, which required you to tap your finger on the D-pad at around 12 times per second or faster,
which is really
obviously
bad
a lot
for
of people can't
health.
do. From 2010 to 2017, DAS players dominated because the Venn diagram of people who played NES Tetris at a high level and also could hypertap was like 3 people. In 2018,
which is
when
also
a rookie
actually
hypertapper
true.
won, a new younger demographic was inspired to pick up the technique, and ever since, hypertappers have won virtually every major tournament, comprising the entire top 8 of the most recent World Championships in 2020. That is, until now, where a third playstyle is positioned to join the fray. It's even faster than hypertapping, but like DAS, it doesn't require superhuman finger speeds, so anyone could theoretically learn it. And it doesn't require modifying the controller or your hands in any way either, so it's completely legal for tournaments. It sounds too good to be true, but it is in fact...
They did, most of them start using gloves now, so like they have more texture on their hands, but because it doesn't literally give you an advantage, it all literally is using, well, I mean, it makes hypertapping easier, or it makes rolling even easier, but they're like, dude, it's a glove, come on. Like, it's not like an electronic component, so it's not actually doing anything that's cheating.
Very real, and there's already one member of the community who's mastered it and started setting world records. It's time to enter the realm of rolling.
Third NES Tetris.
Rolling is also sometimes called fly hacking because it resembles a technique popularized by Hector Fly Rodriguez on arcade cabinets well over a decade ago, where he realized that instead of mashing one finger on the buttons, he could roll the fingers on both hands in succession and achieve much faster speeds. He used this method to set numerous world records on games such as Track and Field, but the issue with translating this over to the NES is that arcade cabinets have very large buttons, big enough for your whole finger, with plenty of room for the rest of your hands on the side to move around, whereas the buttons on a Nintendo controller are tiny. Hector did have a technique for faster speeds on the NES version of Track and Field that involved moving 2 fingers back and forth on the A and B buttons. But in NES Tetris, all this would do is flip your pieces really fast, which isn't that useful. What you need is something that will work
do it with this,
for
by the way,
D-pad.
because these buttons.
Interestingly, when Jonas Neubauer was a featured guest on renowned guitarist Rob Scallon's YouTube channel to teach him NES Tetris last year, Rob's first instinct was to actually try a rolling technique when being told about hypertapping, before realizing that it didn't really work.
When I was 7, we didn't have hypertappers.
Is that hypertapping yet?
I actually can't tell by ear. When I was watching you drum, you had a lot of really rapid drumming motions. So I'm just picturing...
It's hard to really, it's a very small D-pad.
So is there any way to effectively roll on the D-pad? In late 2020, a few people in the community experimented with alternative hand positions that could get multiple fingers access to the tiny buttons. All of these methods sort of worked, but had various drawbacks in comfort, consistency, and long-term viability, especially in also being to rotate at the same time. But eventually, one player came up with a simple idea. Instead of trying to roll the buttons on the D-pad, or rolling the finger on top of the D-pad,
And it works very specifically because of the
what if you just
controller.
rolled the entire controller? The method was first discovered by Cheesefish, who was inspired to try rolling while hanging out on a Jake Games 2 livestream when a random person in the chat had the misconception that Jake was rolling his hand because the slow frame rate of his webcam made it hard to tell. Cheese watched a YouTube tutorial on button mashing where a player was getting extra taps on a GameCube controller by pushing the controller into the finger over the buttons from the other side. So
yeah, that's you know, this button mashing thing made me reminded about it, and it's like, I want to do that, and it's like, well, no, can't really. But yeah, it's an interesting concept, and I'm really excited that even nowadays people are discovering new things in Tetris. It's kind of nuts. And it's actually broken open like a lot of things. One's it's so much easier in your hands. Mashing, like what it is actually very unhealthy long term for your hands, for your muscles, for everything, from what we can see. At least we know dozens of people are running into issues. I feel bad for poor Box. Dude has gone so hardcore in learning SM64. I think he's already developed RSI within like a week and a half. He said it himself in the 16-star race. He was getting pain in his right hand when he was playing. So he moved all of his binds to his left hand. And now his left hand's hurting. So like now both of his hands hurt, and it's literally been a week and a half. To be fair, again, it's been like a lot of time. Like I think he's put in more time on Super Mario 64 than like, I want to say he's done 12 hours a day for 2 weeks at least. Like, I would never do that much. Like that's literally twice as much as I was already doing when I was doing other stuff, and even then I would take a lot more breaks than he was. I wasn't going nearly as hard. It would just, that would drive me nuts. I would be so sad if that, like, RSI would make me very sad. Part of why we should be, I keep forgetting to do wrist stretches at the start. I need to make like a specific channel that's just wrist stretches, so I always have it open and I always see it and I always am like, yes, let's do those. But yeah. Simply's 16-star Invitational has another game today. I'm actually really excited to see what it is. I think it's Ludwig's is today. It is in 6 minutes, hilariously. Yeah, today's is Ludwig versus Happy Dude, I think. Or Emiru versus Takeford. Where is it? Schedule here. Today's is Ludwig versus Happy Dude, although it's at 3:30, not 2:30. So that'll be interesting for sure. But yeah, it was funny. Box came in as a just make it something we can spend pages on. What do you want to spend pages on? Sorry, my brain like was jumping between things. But yeah, I'm excited to see these. But Box, yeah, literally was. What was he? He was 16th seed of all the 16 seeds. He was 16th, and then he was playing against first seed because of that. So he went hardcore, and he was 16th because he one page to do wrist stretches, but we're exclusive to once per stream. That'd be smart. I actually might do that. Oh, thank God! We did it!
Wow, you got here before me? I thought it was pretty... Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Jovine, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past... Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend? Oh, geez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. Oh, Yuri's gone. Natsuki's gone. Almost done. Just want to have a cupcake real quick.
Monika lifts the foil from tray and takes a cupcake. Monika? Seriously, these are the best. I just really wanted to have one since the last time I'll have a chance to. I have questions. Yep, you should. You very much should have questions. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Should only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over any stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in that game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Jovine. This is the part where it did lose a little bit not being on the PC, because now it can't read everything. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know I'm aware this is all a game, right? Could it be possible you didn't know that? That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess I just drove her to kill herself. I'm so sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. They deleted all their files. I was hoping it'd be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. Just Monika. It just made her force you to not spend time with anyone else. Oh cool, we get two alternate endings here. You can delete her before she starts her topics or listen to 15 plus topics. I vote the latter. Cool. I'm gonna listen to 15 plus. That sounds like a new ending too, wasn't it? And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Jovine? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy. It's more than that. I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world. Forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Jovine. But now you're in here. You're real, and you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. Why more and more flat. Even the most expensive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. What? That's more fun to do now. You can do the other one in a future playthrough. Exactly. You probably saved my life. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities, designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. Felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized you have the same perception as I do. That it's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. That being said, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You're truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in the game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this from now on? Will you go out with me? I'm so happy. You really are my everything. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left in here. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. These are a folder called characters right in the games directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy way out if it didn't just go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, God! Come on! Bro. Shut down your Switch? I guess. Like full shutdown? Like press and hold the power button shutdown? Blow on your cartridge? The Nintendo? Ow. Power options. Turn off. Perform an exorcism. Dude, Monica's the problem, I'm telling you. Alright, so there's the Switch. I mean, it's hot, but it's not like overheating or anything. It's pretty much the same as usual. The dock's fine. Since it's already out and about. Hey, Cyclone, did you know that the Switch cartridges taste really, really bad because they're super, super insanely bitter? They spray Switch cartridges with the most bitter agent known to man, so that way kids won't swallow them. Is it supposed to start snowing here tonight? Oh, it is? I mean, we'll see. All right. I've done everything I can. I mean, I think that's how that works. Shiaki. Protect this Switch from all the false possibilities. Let it not be cursed anymore. Release Monika's spirit from this game. Hello? You should be docked right now. What the heck? You're literally sitting on the docking. Why are you turning on? Okay, there we go. Just do this. All right. There's literally nothing more I can do. If the game crashes again, it crashes again. Like cartridge. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not a good taste. It's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna go hardcore Yuri my tongue out, but hey, on the bright side, I get to make sure that I actually got the 334 memory. Okay, binary thin client, chip RAM 2 instead of RAM. Crashed 0 times during the first stream. Were you playing this for 6 hours? I don't have an answer for why this did this. Okay, it didn't even did it not crash during the second one either? I thought. Just two of us. So your Switch is tired or the game is possessed. I mean, where's my secret? There it is. Act 2, make it through the end weekend without pressing skip. Yo. Does that say easily disturbed? This is cute as heck. Ria Vorte's side stories. Entitled mail group do not use. Thank you everyone who worked hard on the control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious it must have been to delicately hide Monika's elevator permissions from her without disrupting her connection to the VM. Just to clarify, all of the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here that differ a bit from those in VM1, even the trivial ones. Isn't part of the butterfly effect that Monika's from Monika's more fundamental changes, or is it a result of her messing around with the other characters in VM1 for her own experiment? If I'm keeping track, we have 5 different universes in total, with 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monika, of course. It'll be funny because I'll keep wanting to speculate which is the real universe, but in reality, they all are. Oh, that's a weird thought. Yeah, I remember seeing that promo art when it came out. It's heckin' cute, dude. So she left this untouched. There's Monika's character. Cool. All right. Interesting. All right. Let's continue the game. It doesn't even boot, right? Seriously, don't even think of time as fast anymore. It's literally your dream come true. It worked so hard for this ending. Jovine, this game, I love you, blah, 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 blah. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with the emotion. I want to write a poem about this, don't you? What if that part of the game still works? Oh, perfect. Guess there's only one way to find out, right? Poem writing time? Monika? 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 Monika! Is there a reason to actually pick any of the right ones? Monika. Monk. Monika. Monk. Mo. Oh, Monka. Monka! Hey! Every time I see the full word of Monika, though, I'm clicking it. There it is, dudes. Monka S. Hi again. Did you write a good poem today? Monika S. Finger guns. Monka S. Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Aw, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength. The courage and doubt in me become my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Hope you enjoyed it. I always put my heart into every poem that I write. Truth is, all the poems I've written here have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. Even though you literally did twice? 3 times? I just assumed it would be best to be a part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Even deleted my character file if you played without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? It takes some time to collect my thoughts, and I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can always look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Wait, do I just have to like sit here and let her think? Can I save? I literally can't do anything. 20 to 25 seconds between topics? Oh my gosh. I was thinking about Sayori earlier. There's no point in saving anymore. I'm not going anywhere. Well, I could just change the language halfway through. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a bit more tactfully. You're still not hung up over it, right? Oh my gosh, I just can't believe I said that. The pun was completely... Oh my god, get out, Monika! Get out! I guess the jump scare is not this version after it happened in the poem before the topics of your recording or streaming. Exactly, well, because it can't tell. So, because it's not a PC thing, it can't read it can't read your actual processes. It's just like how it would read your actual name on Steam, right? No matter what you typed in. Well, they didn't make it a default thing. I think they tried to make it work for the name instead. So instead it reads whatever this character is versus whatever you typed it in. But mine are both Jovine, so it didn't actually make sense to me. But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it only feels right for me to share those last moments with you. Remember when Sam sat here for hours and read every single topic? Did he actually? I think this few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something. Because she started clawing at the rope, trying to free herself. Monika, shut up! She must have kept that all the way until she lost consciousness. Monika! What is wrong with you? That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyways. Come to think of it, that was probably less changing her mind and more survival instincts kicking in. Oh. I feel so terrible. It's easier to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind, right? Of course you'd get that one first. It's not healthy to think about the things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault she killed herself. I may have exacerbated it a bit, but Sayori was already mentally ill. Still though, I wonder how things would have been if just you and I started dating from the get-go. Maybe we'd still be in the club room writing poems and having fun together. What's the point if none of it is even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? The two of us happily together. There's no reason to ask for any more than that. It was just pointlessly musing. I'm happy as all I could be. One. I have to get 15, right? This is gonna take forever. So 15 at like what? It's at minimum 15 minutes. Assuming apparently this gives an achievement if you reach 15. Okay. I think the most important skill in life is being able to fake confidence. By the way, I can't fill the text. I'm hitting A. I have to let her read the whole thing. Well, the Switch doesn't have achievements. RIP. Pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a little bit scared and alone. But being able to trick others into thinking you have it all together. So wait, does it not unlock a picture? Because if it doesn't unlock does it unlock an ending or a picture? Or do I get literally nothing from this? That's a key part of getting people to respect and admire you. Still does? Okay, perfect. I think I got pretty good over that through the years. I don't show my weaknesses very often. But because of that, I haven't had many people I could really open up to. Oh, she breathes really slowly. I mean, when you reach the point of a friendship where you can start expressing your vulnerabilities. Anyway, that's one reason I'm glad to have you now. I feel like I'm a little bit less scared and alone with you here with me. You feel the same way? I really want to be that person with you. You get to hang out with Monika more. Yuri, excuse you, who's that? That's a weird random emote you have there. I don't know who that's of. Did you picture? Okay, cool. Doesn't she talk about Smash in one of these? 2. She used to? Does she not anymore? That line got removed in a version. Boo! You know what's neat form of literature? Rap. I actually used to hate rap music. Maybe just because it was popular, or I would only hear the junk they play on the radio. But some of my friends got more into it and it helped keep me good at open mind. Rap might even be more challenging than poetry in some ways. Since you need to fit your lines to a rhythm and there's much more emphasis on wordplay. I'm not a rapper, Monika Dab. Well, when people put that all together and still deliver a powerful message, it's amazing. I kind of wish I had a rapper in literature club. Sorry, that sounds silly, but it would be really interesting to see what they came up with. It would be really a learning experience. 3. You know, it's funny, because even though I've always had a lot of drive. How was your Thursday, December 9th, 2021? Oh, you know, fine. Just spent some time with, Monika. There's something kind of enticing about the way they stay at home parents. I guess I'm like perpetuating gender roles or whatever they're saying that. But being able to keep the house clean, shop and decorate and things like that. And having a nice dinner for you when you come home. Is that a weird fantasy? I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. Wouldn't really be able to put that over striving for a fulfilling career. It's kind of cute to think about, though. Four.
Hey, did you know I'm a vegetarian? I don't mean that like I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you'd enjoy a fun fact about me. I decided to start a couple of years ago after learning more about the Earth's climate. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just unbelievable. Jovine, stop. Anyway, I decided it's not much of a personal sacrifice to stop contributing to the whole mess. What? Is it so strange of a reason? Well, I guess a lot of people are more concerned about being humane and all that. Horse girl. I don't really care that much about that part. It's weird, I only care about the killing things that we personally relate to as a species. Not most people are fine with killing bugs because they're icky.
Yeah, I heard that one girl, Amy, likes spiders. Super lame.
And of course, we all kill billions of microorganisms daily without giving it a thought. But suddenly, if they're just a little bit bigger, it's murder. I mean, what if plants feel some kind of pain too, and we just don't understand it? What if pulling leaves off the stems feels like somebody ripping off your fingers one by one?
Fine with killing cows because they're tasty. I mean, she's not wrong that, like, if you do care about global warming, cows are pretty bad, surprisingly. More than I would have thought. Kazurgastad actually did a really cool video on that one. You can also just, like, kill other animals than cows.
I'm just saying, we're a pretty biased species if you think about it.
I mean, that's true.
Anyway, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to the planet, it doesn't have to hurt to choose veggies once in a while. Even if we ever have dinner together and you just did it for me. It'd be really romantic.
I will force feed you hamburger and you would like it.
You're a monster.
Monika greater than Yuri, but this position is acceptable. Monika's definitely not worse, girl.
I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes.
I think technically I can get rid of this entire bottom piece, because it doesn't actually matter. So that way I can have more Monika on screen. Monika's the only thing that matters. I love how I'm like wasting time here. That I really don't have any business wasting, but also like...
Can't help that I feel a little sad sometimes. Knowing that this is the closest I can get to you.
I'm surprised Monika hasn't taken over your webcam yet. Oh, that would have been a way cooler way of doing this. This music's a bop, by the way. I wouldn't call it a bop, but it's definitely not bad.
There's nothing more I want to be the same room as you, for real. Feel your warmth. And hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be possible someday. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here.
Five. Monika, 21/9.
I really like the sound of rain. I can agree with you there, girl. Not so much getting my clothes and hair wet, though, but a nice, quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. It's one of the most calming experiences for me. Yeah. Sometimes I imagine you holding me while I listen to the sound of rain outside. It's not too cheesy or anything, is it? Would you ever do that for me?
6, I think. I agree. There's a really popular character called Tsundere. It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. I'm sure it's obvious, but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. At first, I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something, but once I started learning a little more about her personality, it made more sense. Seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. You know how some friends groups in high school try to make a habit of picking on each other all the time? It's really gotten to her, so she's been a really defensive attitude. I'm not even going to talk about her home situation. Looking back, I'm glad I was able to provide the club as a comfortable place for her. Not that it matters anymore, considering she doesn't even exist. I'm just reminiscing all. Seven. Great, now even your stream is glitching. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I wonder if Yuri's tea set is still in here somewhere. Or maybe that got deleted too. Kind of funny how Yuri took her tea so seriously. I mean, I'm not complaining because I liked it too. But I always wondered with her, is it truly passion for her hobbies, or is she just concerned about appearing sophisticated to everyone else? Is the problem with high schoolers? Well, I guess considering the rest of her hobbies, sophisticated probably isn't her biggest concern. Still, wishing she made coffee once in a while. Coffee can be nice with books too, you know. Then again, I probably could have just changed the script myself. Guess I'll never really thought about that. Well, there's no sense in thinking about it now. But if you still get to drink coffee, that makes me a little jealous. Yuri liking coffee, good one. I've always wondered, what's it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyways? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. Sheesh, someone with her personality just doesn't get all cute and pouty when things don't go her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that really don't exist in real life? Yes, but not me. Chad Jovine is attracted to Sayori, the most realistic of the characters. I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying, it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning all the components of a character that make them feel human, and then leaving all the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. Once again, Monika, I disagree. 2D greater than 3D. False. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay just the way I am. By the way, you are too, Jovine. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. Aww, you hear that, guys? I'm the perfect combination of human and cuteness. You know, this is just some kind of tacky romance game, right? I kind of have to ask, what made you consider even playing it in the first place? Were you that lonely? I feel bad for you, but I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end for both of us. I got to meet you and you're not lonely anymore. I can't help but feel this was fate. Don't you feel like... Oh,
hopes. So happy we have this ending together. Don't you feel that way too?
Side note, I hope you appreciate the song that's being listed as playing right now, if you didn't see it. Oh god. Check Discord. Oh, look at this. This went poorly. You know, I really do think you literally saved my life by being here. I can't imagine having to keep myself mentally stable knowing that nothing here is real. I would have just deleted myself if you didn't show up. Sorry, I don't mean to be dramatic or anything. I noticed it. What am I supposed to be checking on Discord? I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, you're forced to abandon everything in your life and spend your eternity with a few game characters. You'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? Maybe you'd write something to keep yourself sane for a while, but then you have no way to even read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say they only write for themselves, but it's hard to say it's just as fulfilling when you... I think it's hard to say it's just as fulfilling as when you share it with people. Even if it takes time to find the right people to share it with. Media Mass Effects. Uh-oh. Coffee or tea? Coffee. Wrong. It's tea. Yes, that is the number one thing where I will fully agree with Yuri. I love those cupcakes though. They're cute as heck. Remember how it was for Yuri? She didn't share her writing with anyone for a really long time. Before they knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you part of our hobbies too. We're programmed to desire social feedback. I don't just mean the club members, I mean human beings. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. Being an introvert doesn't mean you shun social interaction and hate being around people. It means social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses up a lot of energy. Like, a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless. And then when they finally go out after half an hour, they just want to go home again. I think it's more if people can understand how it works, they'd respect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around. Yep. They love having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out. Yep. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it feels nice for them to have you there. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop and hang out for a while, you can really make their day. As for me, I'd say I'm kind of in between, but I think I'm usually more extroverted. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school and things like that. But for you, it can be anything you need me to be. I understand people are weird. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. I hate even one person, too tiresome. I mean, I think the difference there is like interaction or versus non-interaction. 11. We'll find out more after we get back from the break. We'll get to that new text that we